Take 2 of this video because I forgot to turn on my microphone. I was already like 20 minutes in the other one. Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. I know it's a long time no see. I have not been on this channel for well over a year and I feel so bad, literally so bad. I always want to film video, I promise. I've always wanted to film this video over this past year, but honestly life is kind of a little difficult. Now I was going to make an update video, and I did 3 times to be exact. Well, this is 6, but 3 times to be exact, and I didn't like the way it was coming out. I didn't like I scratched that video 3 times. And there was one time that I edited it to a certain point, like I edited it almost fully, and then Final Cut Pro crashed and it deleted everything and all my files and all my downloads, and I was like, we don't gotta talk about that day. That day was sad. But if you really want to know the real gist to why I took a year off of YouTube, was because of school. Now school, that is just a topic that I do not want to talk about because it is too difficult. And if you guys do not know, I am in a very rigorous 2.5-year graduate school program, and that requires, you know, a lot of dedication and a lot of work and a lot of... But now I'm back, and hopefully for good, because I really want to make something out of this. I honestly do not want a normal 9-to-5 job, even though I've literally gone through the whole graduate program basically, and I just, you know, I just have other priorities and other dreams for myself. So it's kind of like, do I start doing what I love, or do I don't know. It's a whole like quarter-life crisis thing, you know. But the good thing is that I have 18 videos planned already. 18, you know. We up there, girl. With that being said, this video revolves around minimalism. I am not one of those YouTubers who follows trends. Honestly, no. Like, no, I wear black clothes from head to toe, you know. And if I were to follow the trends, honestly, I would have been a really big YouTuber by now, but I'm not, because it's been 8 years and I don't follow the trends, so this is what happens, you know. I lean toward minimalism solely because I cannot afford anything. Might as well just make a lifestyle out of it because you are in this situation. I started budget planning and being more cognizant of my purchases and what I was keeping with the little money that I had. I could do a video about budget planning if you like, you know, that's already on my 18 plan list. But if you don't want to watch it, you know, it's okay because I'm gonna make it anyways. But anyways, let's get to the bulk of the video and talk about 5 steps I took towards minimalism. The first thing I did when I decided to go minimal was to declutter things that I don't need in my life at least once a month. I constantly became aware of what I was using, wearing, and doing, honestly. This included decluttering shoes that I have not worn in ages, decluttering clothes that don't fit my style, and even emptying out the downloads folder on my laptop. You know that downloads folder that you never touch, you just download everything and like you never like delete? Yeah, I went through that, and I went through 2 years of files. No, actually I got my laptop in 2015, so I went through, what year is it? 5 years of files, and honestly that took such a long time, but I'm glad because now my computer still runs slow, but I'm glad that I don't have as much files as I did. Now, decluttering doesn't mean that I threw away everything. I donated some things. I gave stuff to my mom, to my sister, like blah, 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 blah. There were some things that I did throw out, like old expired makeup and stuff like that, but we don't gotta talk about that. That's just decluttering. Now, this made me feel more free in a way because I didn't have to worry about all the things that I had, like a bunch of things that I had, and honestly, I don't got time for that. I'm in grad school. I personally like donating the clothes that I wasn't wearing because it was taking up way too much space in the little tiny closet or piece of closet that I do have because I share it with my sister. And honestly, I didn't have much variety in my wardrobe to begin with, so like I was glad to be donating the clothes that I wasn't wearing because what are they gonna do? Just sit there? This takes me into my next step, which is sticking to a certain wardrobe. I always found myself liking to wear the same things. Black shirt, black pants, black shoes, you know, simple, classic, like no like standy outy clothes. I always thought that I had way too much variety in my wardrobe because 95% of the clothes I was not wearing. I decided to buy myself a few of the same shirts that made me feel comfortable and just stick to it. Literally, I bought it all in one color, you know, black. 'Cause it's black. And I honestly love it. It makes me feel comfortable. It makes me feel sane. I don't really have to think about what I am wearing, what I am doing. And if there's people in the world that judge you for wearing the same thing, even though they don't know if you're wearing the same like shirt specifically or not, you don't need those people in your life. Because honestly, those people in your life are a little bit toxic and they don't need to worry about your outfit choices. Of course, I still have some formal clothes and some work clothes and stuff like that. But on a day-to-day basis, if I'm going out, you're probably gonna see me in all black. Now, because of this, I do get a lot of comments from my family saying, "Oh, you keep wearing the same thing." I'm like, listen, I don't care, girlfriend. Because honestly, what makes me feel comfortable and what makes me feel better for myself. And honestly, if they're not buying me the clothes, they shouldn't be worrying about it because this is honestly what I could afford, you know? Now, the third thing I did was minimalize my makeup collection. Until about 2 years ago, I used to be frantic with makeup. I was the person who had to buy really hyped up makeup and would wake up early to purchase new releases. And if a holiday and a birthday came around, the people, like my friends and family, would know what to buy me because I was a makeup freak. About 2 years ago, I was also doing a lot of beauty videos and a lot of beauty tutorials, but no one would watch that, so... However, when I was first becoming a minimalist person, this was one of the first areas that I had to declutter for my well-being because I was not using like 75% of my makeup on a daily basis. If you want to see how I decluttered my makeup, I did a whole video on that a year ago. And it's either in one of these eyes and in the description down below. This process, just like the other processes that I talk about, was very relieving because I didn't have to go scouring through makeup every time I wanted to use the makeup, and only keeping one item of each category, like one foundation, one concealer, one powder, one whatever. It satisfies me because I don't really have to think about what I am using for that day. I just want a stress-free life because grad school already gives me too much stress, okay? And also, you can't forget that you also save a lot of money when doing this because the price of makeup can really add up. I mean, a palette, like an eyeshadow palette, could cost somewhere between $10, depending on where you buy it, to like $90, you know? And if I have more than one, girl, that's a lot. Like, I have 2 eyes, like, and not a lot of eyeshadow goes on it, honestly. On a day-to-day basis, I am not wearing makeup because, girl, that's too much work, that's too much stress. So now I use up all my products, and when I see that I'm running out, I just go to the store, tippy-tappy-tappy, and just go buy it. Like, I'm not gonna deprive myself of anything that I need. Well, it's technically a want, but like, it's a need to, you know, you get it. I'm honestly glad that I don't have makeup, but brands, if you'd like to like send some to me, I wouldn't complain, you know. The fourth step I took towards minimalism is to stop buying things so spontaneously. This helped me a lot because I was one of those people who would think of something that they would want and I would immediately buy it because that is what satisfied me. As soon as I realized how much I was spending on random things on a month-to-month basis, I slowed down and realized, oh hey, you have to stop buying so much Now I only buy things that I really need and use my rest of the money for tuition and for my savings. But like, tuition is my savings, so like, there's no savings. It's just tuition. You know, tuition is expensive. It is important to tell you guys that I do not deprive myself of things. Of course, I want to buy myself a new pair of sneakers like this one and this one, but I realize that it's not completely necessary and I hold off a few months, or I like do a little savings on the side so that if I want to buy it, I can buy it sooner or later, you know. Now that I'm paying for graduate school tuition, I prioritize the things that I buy for myself and what I buy for others. Honestly, I don't buy myself a lot of things, and I prioritize my purchases to give to other people because that is just me. Like, I love giving to other people. I love giving sentimental things to other people as well, and it's kind of like my thing. Like, I love gift giving. Like, if I had money, I would give gifts to everybody in my family if I had. Buying other things for other people is kind of an issue, but that's an issue that we gotta deal with another day because we don't got time for that. And the fifth and last step I took toward minimalism was to stop looking at frequent websites that I used to go to, like shopping websites. I always had those shopping apps on my phone, like Sephora and Forever 21, like all of them. I always had all of them, and I took them out of my life because honestly I would just be frequently going through them and putting stuff in my cart and not like buying them, and like sometimes buying them, and that was really dangerous because, you know, that's money. And honestly, I was getting tired of how easy it was to buy things off the site, so I just one day just deleted all of them and was like, yay, because I don't have time for this. After I deleted it, I wasn't being tempted by any notifications or any sales that were going on. I also, in my mail, I unsubscribed to a lot of things because it is what helped me not to get the notifications and not to be aware of what's going on. You just gotta delete the apps, girl. Just in general, you just gotta delete the apps because then they won't be there to bother you, you know? Honestly, I'm not a perfect person, so sometimes you would see me going to the websites on my laptop, just putting a bunch of things on my cart, but then I don't buy it. I just be like, that's it. That's like my dream cart, but you know, goodbye. But I still want to say that I do have Amazon on my phone because Amazon in life, and like, it is absolutely amazing. Like, whoever created it, he's already a billionaire, but I wish I was his friend. And also, I pay for Prime each year, so I do deserve to have the app, okay? When I think about this last step, I think about the out of sight, out of mind quote that everybody knows. If the apps aren't there, you don't remember them, and then you don't buy anything. I had a teacher tell me that he always thought about his purchases 1 month before buying them. And if he felt like he needed it then, like after the whole month, if he was thinking about it for such a long time, then he would buy it. If he found the reasons to need the product that he was buying, he would buy it, you know? That's a justifiable purchase. That is a man who thought about his purchases as well. That's something that I implemented into my purchasing like realm because I gotta think about what I'm buying because, you know, I got a little bit of money, like little. Okay guys, so those were the 5 steps I took towards minimalism, and it ultimately changed my life. I'm not buying a lot of things. I'm being aware of all my purchases. I'm keeping the things only that makes me happy and stuff like that. And if you're just beginning on your minimalism journey, hopefully these steps helped you, and hopefully you incorporate them into your journey as well, because they surely, truly helped me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more of my video, please hit the subscribe button that looks like this and hit the bell button so you could get notified for every time I upload a new video. I promise that I'll be back with a new video soon. Thank you. I'll see you next time.